Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Not even started and this is already a shambles, man.
Right.
Where is Roy?
Yeah, man.
Where is Ja? At me Ja Rule. No, this is because I'm having to set everything up because he's not here. This is his job.
Yeah.
I've not even pressed record on the other camera. Just keep going, we're going now.
Are we going?
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
This is like when your mum and dad try to fucking attach something to an email into it. What do you do with this button?
My dad still does that.
Right?
Aye, still does that, man. If I go down to the pub on a Friday, he'll be like, son, I've got to send this document and all that. And I'm like, just press that button, Dad.
Press
and he
that.
just goes like that with his horn. Like that. What button? And I'm like, why are you pointing at you, cunt?
Mad, isn't it?
Aye.
Like,
so this is what I was saying before.
Stone Age fucking.
Aye. Well, you were barring me up before we started recording for the fact that I called
Blinded by the lights by the streets. Or blinded by the light, I think, by the streets. You kept calling it. The lights are blinding you. Which is, it's just such a dad. It's such a da. Slightly wrong version of it. It's like, that's such a da thing. And what you talking about, you thought Judge Rinder was Judge John Deed.
Aye.
You can tell you're a da, man. It's just something.
It just happens,
Something
mate.
that happens when you become a father.
Something happens to you.
Is you need to get the words of songs slightly wrong. It's always just a ball here off being right.
Aye.
But it's just that wee bit wrong to the point where folk would have been. Because I was watching that episode back on YouTube and I'm like, I know folk like me will be watching this going like, it's fucking called Blinded. Like, it's just such a pedantic thing, but aye.
Well, I'm sorry that I got the name of the song rang by, what they called again, the Pavements or something. I love Frank Skinner on the Pavements, man.
Big Uncle Cody, sir. Yeah.
But this is what I was going to ask you here.
Frank Skinner on the Pavement. There's a band called Pavement, isn't there?
That would be the tribute, right? Frank Skinner on the Pavements.
Frank Skinner on the Pavement.
Aye. But this is what I wanting to ask you, man, because I was thinking about this the other day, just randomly. When Tony Soprano gets murked at the end of Sopranos, right? Do you think no long after that, Big Fabio went back and clapped Carmela's cheeks?
Well, he
Furio.
They're fucking Fabio.
Fabio's the guy that got hit with the seagull on the roller coaster.
Fabio's the seagull guy. Aye.
I love that video.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I know him for. I know he's a model, but I've never. I could tell you a brandy model for anything, but I can remember, like, it's burned into my brain. That video of him with his nose bleeding on that after getting bird struck on a roller coaster.
He pops up. Is it in a Naked Gun film or
That rings a bell.
Something like that. It's Naked Gun or like National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1 or something.
I think it's that.
Pops up with his top half. Is that it? Might be he's one of his few film appearances. But besides that, I just know that image of him with a big bloody nose coming off a fucking.
Here, fair play to him, man. He just looked raging.
Aye.
Whereas I think
would be.
I'd be pan breed, man, if a seagull hit me. If I was going down the first hill on the Big Dipper or something, and a seagull hit me in the face, I think that'd be a good night Vienna, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like Tony Soprano at the end of the Sopranos, mate. Fade to black. Don't stop.
Who knows, man? Maybe Big Fabio did ever go at Carmela as well afterwards. You know what I mean? She just.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because that was her true love, wasn't it?
You talk about Furio again.
Aye, Furio. Sorry, no Fabio. But that's what she wanted, wasn't it? She just wanted that sort of relationship. And
but he was in Italy by that point. He'd flown.
I had to bail
to Italy.
Aye,
he
had
was
to,
so
had to
scared.
go. But do you think?
I don't think.
Do you think?
No.
That
you
Polly Walnuts would allow that?
No, absolutely not. Because that's still because the rest of the family, the rest of the mafia would be dead against that. That's one.
How many people?
Part of their moral code.
How many did Tony have left though?
What do you mean?
Well, Silvio was in hospital.
Aye. How many? Right, I see how many of these crew.
The whole crew was obliterated apart from Chris was away. Everybody was
killed
away.
half of them.
Aye.
No, I don't know. It hadn't occurred to me before. I only ever thought it as that. I thought it sort of ruined, or at least watered down Furio's character a bit by suddenly becoming like a simp. For Carmela, do you know what I mean?
He was never anything like
guys,
that.
But it's just, it was a total switch. He's just like...
He was methodical and cold. And
been set up as just this totally callous, ruthless killer in one of the sort of, you know what I mean? Possibly most badass characters in the show.
He was cool.
Not a nice guy, but fucking just gets about his Job.
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden, he just becomes this gibbering wreck. This, let's be honest, unremarkable middle-aged woman. Let's be honest, man. You're not.
You're Fabio, mate.
You're fucking Furio.
You can do better than Carmela.
Get yourself on the Nemesis. Fucking a seagull in your fucking down your throat, man. I was thinking about this actually. I remember one discussion we were having in our previous episode as to our favourite Sopranos characters. And watching it back, I was like, you know what? It never occurred to me when rewatching Sopranos is how much I love Labia Soprano, Tony's ma. Obviously, she's only in it for the first couple of seasons. She died in real life. But when you rewatch it, I think the first time I watched that, I was like,
she's not a likeable character.
No, exactly. First time you watch it, you're like, Jesus Christ, she's a monster. And you can see how Tony's grown up the way he has, because he gets no love for her to the point, like, gets hatred for her, animosity and stuff, and even to the point where she's like suggests that he should, that Junior should put a hit out on him and stuff like that at one point. You know what I mean? She's an awful woman, but then when you rewatch it, you're like, she's one of the funniest fucking characters.
Oh, she's hilarious.
Subtly funniest characters on TV. How she just, out of nowhere, one of maybe my most repeated catchphrases from The Sopranos is sometimes I'll just be sitting there like that doing nothing and go, I wish the Lord would take me. It's just a funny thing to say out of nowhere, man. And she just constantly hits it with it. Like,
one of my favourite
ruins
lines.
Every moment with just, I wish the Lord would take me.
Aye, she's a fucking nightmare, man.
Yeah.
But one of my favourite lines ever in that is Chris and Polly are arguing, and I think he says, when will I get my money? And Polly goes, when you suck it out my ass. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Roy is not here because he's going
harsh.
Aye. Oh, no, I didn't mean that way. Sorry, Roy, mate, fuck's sake. But
I'd say he's more sweaty than large. That's what defines him.
Aye. He's been losing weight, man. He's looking good. But
because you know that sweat.
That's it, mate. You know what I mean? That will cause you to lose weight. But he's got Corona. How retro.
I know, right?
I didn't know that was still a thing.
Yeah.
But then my missus told me that no, there's like a new strain of it. There's always seems to be a new strain of it, but I just didn't. I've not known anybody for a good while that's got hit with it. No. But Roy's susceptible to illness, man. Like, I'm half contemplating, like, when we finish here, driving up his house to drop off some oranges in case he gets fucking scurvy or some other old illness. Yeah. Diphtheria or something like that. Exactly. Bit of polio.
The consumption. Drop him off a silken handkerchief with some laudanum in it. Oh heavens, my consumption.
Aye. But that's why he's not here this week. But he'll be back. But no next week, because I'll not be here next week. So there's not going to be an episode next week, sadly. It's my fault, because I'm going to a Stag Do in Ibiza. And I'm a bit excited. And I'm also dreading it.
How?
Because I'm 40, mate. So? I don't know, like, I don't want to be cunting about feeling like I'm fucking Wayne Lineker, you know what I mean?
Nobody wants that. You know what I mean?
But it's the thing is, like, so I love going to Spain, been to all different places in Spain.
You never been to Ibiza?
Never been to Ibiza.
Mate, Ibiza's a magical place.
Aye.
That's where I want to die.
Aye.
I'm going to come with you.
Well, this is the thing.
I'm done, man. Look how red my face is, man. My time's up. I'm going to Ibiza to fucking walk into the sea.
Go and get that sorted.
Out my fucking dial.
That'll be something easy, mate.
Yeah.
Bit cream.
It'd be easy to see a doctor in Ibiza in fucking Glasgow right now, man.
Aye. It's a shambles, man, trying to get a doctor's appointment. But this is my problem, is what you're saying now, I want to die there. Is like,
it's the best place in the world.
So I think a problem that scares me is I don't want to die there.
Aww.
And I don't want anybody that I'm related to that's gone to this thing to die there. More so them than me. I'm a bit more laid back nowadays than maybe I was in my younger days. You know what I mean? I know when to say when it comes to like drinking and consumption. The other type of consumption.
That's not what I mean. You don't need to go full tilt boogie. I just mean the atmosphere on the whole island is brilliant, because everyone's there to have a good time. A good portion of them are out their tree, out their chicken. But that's not to say there's not families there and stuff, and there's places you can go that are more chilled out and just nice beaches and stuff that aren't covered in Johnnies. And
I'll say something about that now. So the guy that you bumped into at the Fringe, who was here for AEW and Ring of Honor, Mansoor, right?
Nice guy, man.
Man, he's a great guy, good pal of mine. And he was
an underrated wrestler,
very underrated
character,
very underrated mind as well.
Yes, you can tell he's got a fucking mind for it. He's a funny guy, man.
Because I get to work with him on something else, and I'm a consultant to him, and he's.
You can tell he's sharp, man. He's funny in interviews.
So getting to listen to him like plan out stuff and all that is he's very good, and he's young. So when he gets older, he'll be amazing at that. So anyway, he was here, but he brought his family for a couple of days because his family, I think, like his missus might have some Scottish heritage or something like that. So they wanted to come to Scotland when AEW was here.
Yeah, I bumped into him. I think he mentioned that actually. It was his missus.
Aye. And they we're going to go to Spain because we've not been to Spain, right for Scotland. I think he was doing some online thing for the AEW Wembley show, but he could do that remotely. So he just done it there. And I went, where you going? And he went, Ibiza. And I went, with your young Waynes, like your infant Wayne and your other Waynes that are quite young. He was like, aye. But then he goes... and start giving his updates in this group chat I've got with like him and Damo and that, and of like, this starts at the airport, mate, and he's like, what is this? He's like, I'm in a bit where it's all the people are crazy, like, and they're all going to Ibiza. I went, mate, you should have went to Salou or something like that, mate. Like, this isn't like a family island, man. I don't see it that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but then as he gets off the plane, now I'm not going to show the video, right, because I don't want to like put this boy on blast. And I don't want to, obviously, like Manny's Wayne's sitting on his lap in the video, so do I like show his family and all that. But it's no him. I'm talking about this boy that he turns the camera to. I don't want to put him in blast, right? So what happens? I showed you already. So what happens is, for everybody listening, Manny's pissing himself laughing. He goes, "Look at this!"
It's the end
and the camera turns round, and there's security, like whatever you call the flight security. And they're fucking surrounding this boy, right? And the boy looks out his chicken, man. He's fucking got a jaw like a camel, man, right? So he's up his horn, he's got his horn up, and I think in his brain he's trying to figure out how to say, I'm a normal citizen here, I'm not a rogue, right? But he clearly is at this point in time, because the aeroplane security have surrounded you, mate, and the only words they can seem to get out is, I'm a qualified engineer. As if that, fuck, I said, son, right, on you go, enjoy Ibiza. It's like, you can't, come here, get off the plane, man. You're going right to the cells.
Talking about Ibiza, I've partied in Ibiza with lawyers and joiners who were both out their fucking bins. So, do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what job you're, if you're going to Ibiza.
there's a cavalcade,
there's a good chance.
Range of wealth levels of people gone in this trip.
But that's where they go to have a good time, man. They go to party. But what you're worried about being 40?
No. So it's not so much that. It's more, I don't know if I'm being a bit of a dad, and it's more like I've got people that I love that I know have got a tendency to get a bit too on it, and then I can sit here and say that I am a lot calmer now than I used to be in my younger days. But I can also be easily led astray when drunk and go, aye, fuck it, we're on it, man, right?
Well, thankfully, Ibiza, it is too expensive to drink that much.
Well, I've heard that in all rounds, about a ton, man.
Aye, you know over €100 I paid for a round.
Luckily, we've got all-inclusive, so at least during the day should be a bit more... What?
That could spell disaster then.
I know.
Free
well,
drinks,
that's scary, no? So, because we've got a group chat, this is another thing that I think was a bad move. They set up a group chat early on, right? So the excitement is built to fever pitch over months, and now we're a week away, and people are fucking like losing their fucking mind, and I'm like, I don't see some of these boys making it at the fucking airport. Never mind.
Are these boys all about the ages with us then?
No, it's kind of, so the majority of them are maybe like between like 35 and 45. But like,
it's all talk then.
No, but it ranges.
They'll tire themselves.
I know some of these boys, is it? Fuck me. And it's this thing I'm saying, mate. So it ranges for maybe like 18, 19.
Right.
There's one or two boys that are a bit younger.
Oh, they're not coming back.
No. And up to about 55.
Oh, they're also not coming back.
I think he'll be the last man standing. That boy, mate, he's fucking. He's been to a few fucking. Cunt's got hollow legs, man. He can fill up with alcohol, mate, no bother, and still be starting. But the thing is, I know it's like, because we're talking about it in a group chat, your phone hears everything you say, so it starts showing me hundreds of stuff about Ibiza, and I'll tell you right now, on my social media, it's no showing me anything about there being fun runs for charities in Ibiza. It's showing me for some reason, a hell of a lot people falling out of balconies for like ketamine and all that, right?
Why?
And people like just out their nut and getting battered and blah blah blah. So I don't know.
Just don't take ketamine. I think
I'm not going to take ketamine, mate.
Never take ketamine.
I can't guarantee any cunt his ways isn't going to take ketamine though, and they might fucking succumb to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A fall.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's it. I'm all very excited, but I'm what's the word? Trepidatious.
Trepidatious.
That is not just like 2 days; it's like 4 days.
Right.
And there's not going to be a day where we go, why don't we just sit down and have a wee?
Why would you do that?
You'll be cracking up cans at first thing in the morning. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a full bifter one. Do you know what I mean?
Why?
This is like, I should be training like Rocky the now, drinking bottles of bucky every night.
But I thought you were sort of worried about feeling out of place there, being
that as well.
Nah, yeah, that's before. I only went to Ibiza for the first time a couple of years ago, for the first time ever, and a few folk had that kind of opinion when I was saying I was going to Ibiza. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, then you're about 20 years too old and stuff. And I had a wee bit of that sort of anxiety before I went, but then you go there and you find out you're pretty much in the middle range at ages.
Alright.
And just like that, it's just like all sorts of folk are over there. We bumped into so many folk who've clearly been going over there since the 90s. They've been going to party since the 90s and they're in like their 50s and shit at least. As well as fucking obviously you got a lot of youngsters going there to party for the first time or whatever, but it's no the kind of place where do you know what I mean? It's not like going to transmit and going like that. Nah, it's fucking, I need to get out of here. It feels like McDonald's birthday party or something like that. It's, you know what I mean?
A McDonald's birthday party.
Aye, you just because the transmit's weird that way, but it's like naturally when I go to a music festival like Tina Park back in the day, I'd listen for the beats and try and find whatever the equivalent of the slam tent is. Do you know what I mean? Eventually, I'm going to end up there at the rave bit at the end.
No matter what age I was, I was always
the minutes till I end up at the rave bit.
Creamfields, whatever. Like I would always. I mean, if it was Tina Park back in the day, I would tend to go right if there's like the Who was playing or something big like right. This is a once in a lifetime. I need to tick that off my bucket list. But the rest of the time,
then you go to dancing.
I'm at aye.
Then you go to dancing.
That's you showing your age, yeah. We go to dancing.
Aye. Gotta be lumber maybe. But then at Transmit is what I've found going in there. It's like you hear where the beats are coming from, and then you wandered into that bit, and it's like M&Ds, man. You just wander towards it and go, whoa, no, fuck, I can't, like literally, I can't walk anywhere near that. Do you know what I mean? It's just the sound of beats, but then that sort of high pitched sound coming over it. You're like, nah, that's a fucking just a headache apart from anything else, man. I'll go and watch Shed 7 instead.
That sounds dynamite.
The Shed 7 were brilliant at Transmit. That's all I went to see. Went to wee Jimmy. Went to see Shed 7.
That's right.
Wee bit of Snow Patrol.
That sounds right up Jimmy's street. That sort of stuff. Aye, man. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure I'll have fun, but I'm sure I'll be suffering for a couple of days after it. So, but we'll have some stories for the next podcast, I'm sure. When we get back.
Aye, man. Nah, you'll love it, man. Ibiza's, I had a fucking...
And you're not going to believe this.
Great time in Ibiza.
I've never been on a lads holiday.
Really?
Life. Never ever.
Really?
Obviously I've been in tour and shit like that.
Aye.
But never like... But you're working in tour, like even though you're getting on it after the shows, like, you know what I mean? You're working during the night to about, what, fucking 10:30, 11, whatever. So it's not like a holiday or anything.
Right.
It's fun, but it's not like a holiday. And this is a different kettle of fish, man.
No way. There
was a couple of times I got invited to like the ones where it was like Jester and Sheen and all that going, but I just never went.
But that's a bit older by that point as well. So I went when I was 16 and then 17 I think. I went to Mallorca, Santa Ponza in Mallorca, and then Gran Canaria the year after. They were like great experiences, but it was like the In-Betweeners movie. Both times it was hilarious how spectacularly nanny is pulled just ever. You know what I mean? It was like the first hour and a bit of the In-Betweeners, and then the bit at the end when they actually get off with the lasses that they like. That didn't none of that happened.
I'm kind of glad that it's like I'm at an
we
age.
still joke about it, you know what I mean? We're all about 40 now,
Aye.
and we're still the same catchphrases, all based on no being able to get a lumber.
Aye. I'm kind of glad that I'm
we
gone.
were self-aware losers, man.
Aye, I'm gone at an age where I don't really need to care
That's
about
not,
that.
that's not a,
No, I mean, I've got a missus. I'm just got to get mad about it.
That'd be much more fun, though. I
Aye.
reckon. Like,
You know what I mean?
it's too
Instead
much
of
pressure.
panicking, going,
too much pressure in young guys when we're like one that sticks out and we still bring up this wee catchphrases when we were in Santa Ponza. We bumped into a bunch of there's a lot of Irish folk in Santa Ponza. It's like seems to be the centre there. So there's a lot of Irish guys kind of drank us for a while, and it was all these like proper, probably bit older, you know what I mean, proper lads and the lads. So how many shags you had? How many shags you had each then, lads? And we were all just sheepish like that. Name a tweeners.
Collectively
0.0, mate.
Fuck's sake.
I know. I stopped hanging about with us after that. It's just like gave up the game of pool. I'm not hanging about with these boys in case I catch loser.
But we'll see how it goes, man. That'll be good. But let's talk about something else that I heard today on the news. Right? A wee bit. Know that. Yeah, good. Know that. We'll talk about that in a wee bit.
Everything is in the news.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
No, this is a bit more light-hearted, man. Well, no, if you stay in this area, isn't it? You're probably like, my house prices are going to fucking plummet, unless they're already gone for the price of a packet of fucking skips, man. Do you know what I mean? I don't even know if they make skips anymore. But
they make skips.
Congratulations to Port Glasgow.
Oh, really?
For being voted the dullest town in Scotland, and it's called the Carbuncle Award.
The Carbuncle Award.
Aye, and that is fucking some feat.
That's
in Scotland, man.
Benchmark.
Because I've been in some shite holes, man.
You saying it's duller than fucking Cumbernauld, man?
I was literally going to say Cumbernauld. Right? Mate, this must...
That's like a...
Port Glasgow must be the Messi.
Aye.
To their Neymar.
Aye, man. Cumbernaud's like a fucking grey Clark's shoebox, man.
It was intentionally designed like that in the 60s.
Aye. They made it as boxy,
harsh,
industrialist as possible. Brutal looking, man.
Looks like a car park. The
whole
place.
Yeah, it looks like the whole town's like an abandoned warehouse.
Aye. Yeah. But Port Glasgow, I think, pips at the post. At least there's shops and shit there, man. Port Glasgow got a fucking retail park, and then that mad abandoned ghost town that everybody talks about. You knew the mad fucking bit where it's all sealed off, but it's just hunnels.
That's called Greenock.
Greenock's a shithole, no, man. To be fair, Greenock is a shithole. One of these dying towns, man. They don't even get to be a seaside town, man. They've not even got a fucking beach, you know what I mean?
No, they're not. Are they a bit further up?
I don't think they've got a beach. I've never been. I don't remember there's a Wayne gone with a bucket and spade and my mum going, we've got to Greenock beach.
We cancelled the trip to Ibiza, we got to Greenock.
We're heading off to Greenock, man. But the thing you were talking about...
Guruk if you're lucky.
The thing you were talking about was obviously that guy getting pure... Charlie Kirk getting taken clean out of the game yesterday.
Man. Yeah.
Well, yesterday as of recording, by the time this goes out, it'll be 2 days ago. But man, Jesus Christ. I saw the...
We're going to cover that?
No. I don't think we can mention it at all, but we'll mention it briefly because it is more a light-hearted podcast, but everybody seems to be talking about it.
Yeah, right.
No wonder, man. Like a guy got his... throat blown clean out.
And everyone saw it in close-up 4K.
Man.
Without even meaning to, you can just scroll into the video, man. It doesn't even need you don't even press play. You can just auto play.
Blows my fucking mind, mate. So when I first saw it, it was Jimmy in our group chat was like, here's this. When he said Charlie Kirk, I thought in my head, is that the Scottish guy that goes about with the GoPro arguing with everybody?
No, that's Charlie something else.
Veach, aye. And I thought, well, that was only a matter of time before he got fucking leathered off somebody, do you know what I mean? But no shot. But I was like, is it him? And then I was like, oh no, it's that guy that argues with everybody in the college campuses.
Yeah.
And I did not expect to see, there's his throat getting blown clean off, man. Yeah. And it was jarring, man. And regardless, in my opinion, of what your opinion is, or what fit you kick with on the issues of the day, that guy's got a family. Man. It's fucking grim, man.
My opinion is it's fine in not having an opinion. This is what
annoys
me.
Do we live in a world where every cunt's got to have an opinion?
You need to just check.
Or why does everybody think that we give a fuck about your opinion?
Right,
do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I need to go on. I need to first check what my chosen team are all saying, and then I need to say something along that company line on my social media to my couple hundred followers. I absolutely need to, or else that death is meaningless. The world needs.
I didn't get likes out of that guy getting blown away.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting heavy Windows XP, man. Control Alt deleted right off the planet, man.
It's just man. It's social media is disturbing that way now. Where folk just don't realise how tribal they're being, how
That is
tribal
exactly
they've
it.
become.
Aye.
It's not even how tribal they've become, it's how tribal humans have always been. But now we've got a different form of it. We've got social media to sort of expose all this. And that's all people do, is just speak on behalf of their chosen little team. And it is just because it's a human need to be tribal and to support a team, basically.
Aye.
The older I get, the more I realise that the healthiest form of tribalism human beings have managed to invent is football or just organised sports, right?
Aye.
Folk, there'll be a certain amount of people who think it's like childish to support a football team, or even if folk get angry about football results, or even football fans fight with each other, like, oh my god, it's barbaric and blah blah blah. But I'm like, they are just doing what you're doing, but I think a healthier form of it. They're letting their tribal aggression out in support of an organised sports team.
Aye.
Which sports came about as a means to replace fucking mass violence, right?
Aye.
So it's the healthiest
Going to
form
the
of-
Roman Colosseum and watching
Right.
somebody get murdered.
Right,
Aye.
right on the money. That is, it's just a modern form of that. So it's like, why don't you drop the support for the little fucking team that you've got and rekindle your love for whatever team you grew up, the team that your dad tried to push you into sport when you were a kid,
Aye.
and get that scarf and fucking go out and shout abuse at the other team's fans and let that hostility out that way. Because I think that's healthier than going on your social media and going, well, here's why someone deserved to die, or here's why someone didn't deserve to die. You're talking about someone's death here,
Aye.
rather than someone missing a sitter. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
I think that's generally healthier.
Go and join a class or something.
Nice, go support a team.
Aye.
Go to a St Mirren game. Like you did
When
when
you
you
go
were
that far,
away.
mate. Fuck's
Let's
sake.
not go nuts there here.
You're talking about like Wayne supporting the same team as our dad. I tried that and just didn't work, mate. My boy went to a Catholic school. I tried to get him to go to Thistle. He went. We lost like 5-1 or something.
Yeah.
Didn't want to go back. He
Fair.
went, can I go to a Celtic game? I went, aye, fuck it. I'll take you to a Celtic game. Because he's my boy. I'll do anything for my boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I take him to a Celtic game. They won. It was like a cup game against some low. It might have been Greenock. And they won 5-1. And he went, I support Celtic now. And I went, of course you do. Of course you do. And now I need to take him to Celtic games every now and again. And to the point where people go, thought you were a Tim. And I'm like, no, I'm no, mate. But I'll just date my Wayne wants me to do. Do you know what I mean? Because he's my boy. But
Did your dad support Thistle?
no.
No?
My stepdad did. My dad, my granddad, all that. Well, Celtic. On the other side of my family, everybody was Rangers. So I ended up supporting Thistle because my stepdad took me to Firhill because we stayed just down the road for Firhill.
Right.
And then I made the decision to be miserable for many, many years. I mean, we won the 10-6s and that, I suppose. And we've got a couple of promotions and that. But I love being a Jags fan. The underdog, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Well, my dad
aye.
was a Heart Monarchies fan growing up, but sort of I grew up in Motherwell, so that was the local team. And
I'm wearing the old 2008, I think, Puma tap, which I loved when we got Puma. I was like, that's fucking dynamite, because see, when I was away and everybody supported Celtic and Rangers in the primary school I went to in the secondary school, and they've got even like Umbro, fucking Nike, Adidas, and I'm going, like, every year I'd be like, they'd reveal the new strip in the fucking Daily Record or the Evening Times or whatever, and I'd be like, fuck, what is this, man? Spal, match winner, Brukta.
what the fuck,
I know.
Brukta?
I've never heard of them. I've heard of Brukta doing Eastern European teams. I've never heard of fucking match winner doing any other team or Spal
Spal.
ever.
What is Spal?
Well, they don't exist anymore. They're
Yeah,
defunct, mate.
yeah.
I think the Spal one was when we
It's like one old woman in a cottage in Latvia, just with a weaving machine. Like, I make your strip for Saturday.
my arms, they're bleeding. Keep making the strips.
I make strip and I play in left back.
But I
Tina's shambles.
that was it. But there was one or two strips that I really fondly remember. Like, there was one that had like spray paint black lines. It was red and yellow stripes with like spray painted black lines, don't it? I like that.
You're a big fan of your vintage Fitbit taps, aren't
Love
you?
them, mate.
How many you got? Do you know? Do you even know?
Jesus, no. I think I've got about... It's not as many as people probably think. Probably about 30, round about the 30 mark.
I feel like if you wore a different one on every episode, or it's been most of them, right? You've
I've
worn a
never...
Fitbit tap.
no, every a lot of them.
Aye.
I've never repeated it. No,
Aye,
there's
aye.
never been one.
You've never repeated
I've not
them,
got to a double yet. It's going to happen
Right,
eventually, but no yet.
Right.
And I always buy a couple more. Like, I don't go mental because they cost too much now. Like, you used to be able to get them for a lot cheaper. But now, obviously, it's a thing. Like, everything's a fucking thing. I used to like vintage, like, clays and all when I was younger. And now that's a fucking thing. So everybody takes the thing and then goes, we'll jack the price up 10 times. And you're like, fuck's sake, man. Do you know what I mean?
What's your favourite vintage Fipper top, man? What's the nicest one?
Oh, Jesus. Borussia Dortmund 96.
96 now.
Illuminous.
Illuminous yellow.
Aye,
I
black.
remember them playing Motherwell in the
Yes.
European...
Aye.
one of the European
Was it-
tournaments.
no.
Because it would have been... because Motherwell won the Scottish Cup.
Aye.
Then Motherwell did well against Borussia Dortmund. Those
Was you know
games,
2-1 or something like that and at home?
It was close.
I
was definitely at one
I
of
did
the
remember
games.
there being a game that was close. I think the other
Aye.
one they got Scotty,
Oh,
man. But
in Germany.
I did remember, the one in... For, that rings a bell,
Aye,
aye.
but they did better. Did better than folks
Aye.
expected.
But it's that's probably my favourite. And I like a lot of the... I've not got any of the new, but I'm not going to get some. I've been eyeing a couple up. AC Milan. And that
I
brings...
always liked an AC Milan top.
Aye,
Yeah, it was nice.
AC Milan stuff's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
lovely, man. But in fact,
I might have
they
had one
have
when I
an
was a
AC
kid,
Milan
actually.
tap. They have a fucking AC Milan tap,
Aye.
and that's one of my favourite ones and all. 1994 AC Milan away tap. I've got that. I was wearing that the other day in a video that I put online. But that reminds me, you were on Off the Ball
That's right.
the other day, and it was good, man. It was
This
good.
is that I could just came out with more Fitba chat than I did on Off the Ball. I was
Aye.
sat there all the time, terrified that Tam Cowan and Stuart Cosgrove were going to turn in. So what do you think of the Motherwell back four? Or back four? What?
But, mate, let me tell
What are
you
they back for?
Let me tell you something. I'm the same as you.
Aye.
Right? See if it's old football up to a certain time period.
Yeah.
And I've got a good deal of knowledge about
I could
like,
I'd name a good deal of the Scottish World Cup 94 squad.
aye, things like that, or I can tell you like
McAllister,
an
Colin
old
Hendry.
Ajax team and all that
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
90s, I can tell you that.
Aye,
Right? I
man.
mean stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Clivert.
there comes a point, Lipman and all that, know what I mean? Fred Grimm, that was the backup keeper. There you go, mate. We're no fucking about here. But as it gets on to closer to nowadays, I don't have a fucking
Past
clue,
about
mate.
2002, I'm like,
Aye,
stop.
same, mate.
Because I'll see players' names now, and I'm like, they're still playing. Oh, it's their son.
Aye.
Obviously, it's their son.
aye.
Like talking about AC Milan.
George Weah's not playing anymore.
George Weah.
Is he not like the Prime Minister of fucking Libya or
That's
something?
meant. I was about to bring that up.
Aye.
That's crazy. You're talking about AC Milan. I always remember when I was a kid, I loved George Weah. He was a fucking
Mate,
fantastic player.
How good was
his son?
Gazzetta Football Italia
Aye, man.
on Channel 4? After Trans World Sports, you go, and it was the bald guy.
Liberia. That's where he's from.
Liberia, that's what it is.
Liberia. And he was such a good player. Not only did
Keep
he,
going, mate, I need to check
he not only was he obviously an international player, but he funded his international team. When they had to fly in a national tournament, the team had no money and they were like, we can't do it. He would actually fund it himself. He bought all their strips
Oh, right.
because he wanted them to do. Obviously, they were shite because he was the only world class
Aye.
player. Like he was awesome, but they were like, you know what I mean, a bunch of farmers and stuff tracked past him. But like you were saying, he's so kind of worshipped in Liberia. He eventually ended up becoming their president, and his son Timothy Weah, I think, was born in England. I think he might play for England. I might be getting that wrong. See, this
Did
is
his
gonna
boy
hang
not
out.
play for Celtic?
This is gonna hang. I'm glad I didn't bring up and off the ball.
Did his boy not play for Celtic for a wee while? Is it
I think
on loan?
you might be right.
Aye, for
but
a
I
season.
definitely seen Weah pop up, and I was like, no way, man, that's his son.
But this is what we're saying is we're talking about George Weah when it gets to the Suns. We're like, who's fucking where's he playing?
Aye. Schmeichel, fucking
Aye.
Schmeichel, cut a bit now. I'm like,
Mate,
how dare you wear his fucking name and face, man? It's confusing me. I don't like the passage of time.
Mate, he's nearly about to retire. Like, he's no far off
Casper
retirement age.
Schmeichel.
Aye, mate.
Fucking hell, man.
I know, that's terrifying,
For
isn't
a
it?
goalie as well, goalies can go to their 40s,
He's
man.
37. Aye, 37. I think he's signed for an extra season, but he might stay on a bit longer. But it's the same as you. Like, when I went on Off the Ball, I think it was like the start of the year there, I was a bit like, oh, fuck, wait if you ask me. But he tends not to, I've noticed.
No.
Because you come on late.
I think it gets an impression of like
He
who's
gets a
gonna know
football
their
person
stuff.
on earlier.
Aye.
Like you were on with Rab Douglas.
Douglas, aye.
That made me laugh and all, mate.
He's so big.
Aye, man.
Apparently his son's even bigger. He's like 6 foot 7.
He's a basketball player.
Aye.
Aye.
I'm glad he wasn't there.
Wouldn't be any room in the fucking studio,
No,
man.
exactly.
But he said something that made me laugh when I was listening to you on it. And it was like they were doing, so the thing for that day for people to send in was, what's your favourite wee men? And it was like a celebrity, a player, and like a pal. And everybody had to say what theirs was. And was it no him that said, and it might have been the guy that was hosting the show that was on after it on Radio Scotland, when, what, like the movie The Wee Man, the movie. We've got the Wee Man next door.
That was the guy who was in it before me.
And I was laughing, going, "What do you think at BBC Scotland? Paul Ferris is next door, waiting in the wings to going off the fucking ball,
Coming down to talk about fucking
giving people Glasgow send-offs, man."
Bank out FC.
Aye, so I just gave my fucking Glasgow kiss, and that was that, man. Do you know what I mean? Dave Paul. Everybody's fucking shitting themselves.
I think goes black like, don't stop, Billy.
But between that and fucking,
but
I was going on a pint and two shots to guest host.
I was another one. Toll turning to me halfway through that. Because that's what I was worried about. Toll turning to me. Like, what do you think about the model defence? I'm like, Chris, you know I don't fucking you take a part. I know I watch highlights and.
But
you know
we
what I mean?
looked at like
beyond that. I don't know players' names.
Aye.
I don't know anything about. See, when guys start talking about actual, like you go like that, I support Motherwell, I follow the results and the highlights and stuff. But it almost becomes a wee contest with guys to see who knows the most or who's remembered
the most knowledgeable.
Who's remembered the most of what Pat Nevin said one time, because you get the impression they're just regurgitating stuff other pundits says. But folk will go like that. Oh, I think they should be playing that boy in the left, and I'll be like, what, is his left foot bigger? How do you know? How do you know about the left and the right and all that? And fucking, or they'll be like, oh, I think they want to sign him. That young teenager for Swindon Town, he's showing good form, and you're like, are you going down to Swindon Town on their training
What channel is fucking Swindon Town on?
You're going down to Swindon to watch teenagers play football. You see, you know what I mean?
Aye.
I think you're talking shite.
I think there is some knowledge, but a lot of it is regurgitation of things they've heard for other people say.
Aye, and they've read it or they heard it in TalkSport or whatever. But that'll fucking win me a pint.
Well, I can't say anything, mate. That's what I did before both of them. I went on and listened to like podcasts and what was happening in football that week in case I got asked the odd question.
I tried to cram. I tried to watch the box sets. The box sets before the day before. No, I watched Pint and Two Shots and all that. And but then, to be honest, being on the show, I talked about James Bond more than I talked about football. I talked about how my dad took my school football team for decades. Actually, Mr. B at now top, the first guy to train Lee McCulloch, stuff like that. But to the point of he was always a well respected kind of knowledgeable guy about football in my school and stuff, to the point where he never put me in the team. He respected the team that much that there was no room for nepotism, because he recognised how absolute dog shit I was and am at football.
Are you?
Oh, we've played football. We've done that charity.
I'm no good either.
We've done that charity game.
That was embarrassing, mate.
Where was that? Airdrie's
Excelsior, it was at Excelsior, mate.
I think I was on the pitch for 10 minutes before.
Nutmegged off Ali McCoist in that game, mate.
At least you get nutmegged off Ali McCoist. I get nutmegged off Stephen Purden. I played a 1-2 with Neil Lennon, get nutmegged off Stephen Purden in front of about 3,000 people.
The 1-2 with Neil Lennon's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, aye.
Everybody laughing, 4,000 people laughing when Ali McCoist pulls your pants down, man. Do you know what I mean? And your son's in the crowd, who's a massive Tim.
Right.
Not so much, man. But I love Ali, man. Ali follows me on Instagram.
Oh, right.
Comments sometimes.
They seem like a nice
Don't
guy.
want to brag about it.
They seem nice.
Everybody was brand new.
Neil Lennon was brand new. One of my favourite
Rob
memories.
Douglas was in that game, no?
Was he?
Aye.
Fuck.
Aye. He was a keeper for the real team.
Right. One of my favourite memories of that game actually was getting to meet Owen Coyle, who's not only a Motherwell legend, dead nice guy, but also I used to work with his mum at the Citizens Theatre, and she was there as well. Old Francis, the free lunch afterwards. So I was sitting with both of them actually, and I was telling him stories about his mum for the Citizens.
Oh, cool.
They were great. I was making them both laugh. I was like a cherished memory, because there was one. She was the sweetest old lady, right? She'd worked in the Citizens Theatre for like decades, like since the 50s or 60s. Just this sweetly unassuming old lady. But I'd work in the coffee bar with her, right? And getting some of her chat, like her wee asides to the punters that had come up. I remember working the wee coffee bar with her, and this very, very posh kind of old lady would come up to the wee coffee bar and go like, have you got any sandwiches or wee breadies? And from Francis be like, no, we don't have anything like that here, just cakes and coffee and tea. And he's like, oh, I think that's something you should really think about, maybe making a wee patisserie. That'd be a good thing for the customers. And then without like a moment's notice, without breaking stride, and while this woman is within earshot, Francis goes like that to the woman, goes like that, oh, that's a nice suggestion, I'll pass that on to management. And then turns round without a moment's hesitation, goes like that, fucking Harold Carr telling me to get fucking sandwich, I'll put that fucking face with that fucking window down fucking bag. Almost in the same sentence, man. Brilliant, man. Proper Mrs. Doyle, man.
I think think he's out in India now.
Owen Coyle.
Aye. I think I've got him on LinkedIn.
Really?
Aye. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's managing a football team out in India.
Alright. So
Aye.
did you cross paths with him? Well,
India's a big
place, man.
Aye. It's not like fucking Port Glasgow, mate. I'm not going to bump into, you know what I mean? Owen Coyle. Fucking hell, mate. But, aye. Oh, so, this is something I wanted to show you, right? So, Kat, friend of ours, tagged the TikTok page in this video.
Right.
I wanted to show you this. This is a bit of wee man inception here, right?
Wee man inception.
This is going to be the wee man watching a guy watching the wee man. Right?
Okay.
You ready for this?
I mean, I've seen a bunch of... Well, who's this American guy? Preparing your American husband.
Husband to move to Scotland, right?
I'll need to... the Bronson Dogs. I'll need to look this up.
Right, you ready for it?
I'll put a wee comment on it.
They got the lyrics on the screen.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of squealing. It's literally.
What do you think? I'm going doing the tune. What does that mean?
He's about to sing the tune.
Hey, sing it. Wolf ya nugget. It's the bottle of Bucky. Do you know what that is? It's a fine wine in Scotland.
Is this how your family talks?
There we go.
The engagement's off.
Mate, I fucking laughed hysterically seeing it went.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good
It's pretty
impression.
accurate,
you did
wasn't
there, man.
Pretty accurate.
Fucking try to take my gigs, man.
But that's good to know that she was like, how will I tell her what Scotland's like?
Aye.
And went straight to one of your videos, mate.
I mean, I've had that quite a bit, man. It's like them, especially for sort of international visitors or whatever.
TikTok a lot more than anywhere else, like I notice it on.
I've seen it a lot on TikTok with Americans and stuff, but even in person, I've had like a lot of sort of Eastern Europeans and stuff come up to me and go like, when I moved to this country, I actually watched your videos to learn English.
How?
Like, no, I'm like, don't blame me. Don't blame me when you get deported.
How?
Right? Don't blame me when fucking reform come knocking and you can't speak a word of the fucking language. Do you know what I mean? But it's, I've experienced stuff like that a lot with international folk. What?
That's not been recording for like 40 minutes.
Right.
That one's recording.
Right,
whatever.
okay. Right, we'll just,
Jesus.
nice one.
Aye.
Fucking cut like.
Well, Roy said just plug
Oh,
that
bastard,
fucking hang
man.
in. Roy, he was like, just plug that hang in. After 30 minutes, the camera resets.
It just proves my point, man. Human beings are apes
Fuck.
that weren't equipped to deal with the technology that's been given to them.
Thank fuck we're both in that camera, mate.
Apes.
Aye. Jesus Christ.
Over the years that's happened a bunch where it was like, I remember it being at the Fringe.
In fact, it might only be about 15 minutes. Sorry.
Shall I continue?
Aye.
What do you want?
Sorry.
Right.
Fuck's sake. I'm trying to do everything, mate,
I
at
know,
one
I
time.
know, but it's
Do
just,
you know what I mean?
I know. It's a pure... It's like when someone's driving. Obviously I don't drive, so I don't experience it the other way around, but it's like when someone's driving, you're trying to tell them something, and they keep just going like that. Is that parking space there? Do you know about parking in here? And you're like, at this point...
I'm trying to make sure we're actually fucking recording you.
I know.
Otherwise, what are we doing? Just mumbling in a fucking room?
Aye, it's exactly what I'm doing.
I know, that is the podcast.
That'd have been a
really,
good
innit?
name for it, actually. when we're
Just
discussing.
mumbling in a fucking room.
Mumbling in a room.
So I'm sorry, mate. I'm
Sums
sorry.
up a lot of culture now, man, doesn't it?
I'm sorry. On you
Let's
go.
mumble in a
Continue.
room. I was just going to talk about one experience I had where I was at the Fringe. I was waiting to go into a show at a performer's pass, so I was waiting for another guy at a performer's pass because you waited for everyone, the punters, to go in, see if there's any seats after that. And then I says to him something offhand, just like, oh, we better get in after all this crowd and stuff. And the guy turns around and goes like, oh my God, I've seen you on the internet. A terrible Versionese accent I'm
I
doing
know,
there.
where was he from?
Right, I fuck knows, man. But so it turns out the guy was, I think he even had bongos with him. He was part of this Brazilian samba show that was going on. And I'd actually seen a wee portion of their show at some
He
point.
was doing a show that day.
He would have been there.
He was just
had
cutting
his
about with his bongos,
Aye,
aye.
still had his bongos. So he's part of the Brazilian samba show. He was from Brazil. And I was like, you're from Brazil? How have you seen that? How do you know who I am? And he was like, I'm not going to do his voice again because that wasn't Brazilian. But he's like, it was when I stayed in New York. It was my Finnish flatmate my Finnish roommate showed
Right.
it to me, and I'm like, that just raises more questions, man.
Aye.
This raises more questions.
There's only so much Pingu they can show on the screen when they're all sitting having a bevy, and he's went,
Aye.
let's watch some Scottish videos.
Aye, maybe you start.
That's doing a disservice to Finland, sorry. I take that back.
Why would Pingu be Finland?
But Pingu's Finnish.
Is it?
Yeah.
So if you go to like Finland, would it be treated like Asterix as in France? You'd be like merchandise everywhere. Pingu land.
I would. I don't know if there's Pingu land, but
Kind of would be one igloo,
I do think it is like a famous thing. Either.
right? Like Tintin in Belgium.
Aye, yes, like
Right.
that. That's their Tintin or
Mental.
Asterix.
Right.
Aye, there you go. You learn something new every day.
What do you know?
A wee factoid for people here listening to the
Park
podcast.
Asterix still open?
I don't know. I think so, because obviously me and my Wayne and that love going to theme parks,
Aye.
and look, we were looking. Well, it at least was maybe 2 years ago, because we were deciding where to go. But he had to meet me halfway, right at the borderline, because I was like, Danny, I'll go to a place where there's a theme park, but I want some sun
Aye.
and a beach.
Well,
You know what I mean? And that ticked that off the fucking. That was that gone, mate. Park Asterix.
there's no beach.
Nah.
There's a lot. It's mostly water, like ride based though. A lot of log
Aye.
flumes and stuff.
Aye.
Everything's in French. So it's like if you go to one of the live shows, they've got a big gladiator arena.
Where is it again?
And you go to a show.
Where is it again?
It's near Paris because I
Aye.
just remember when I was a kid, we went to Disneyland Paris, which I've got no memories of, and then we went to Park Asterix, which I remember with crystal clarity because I fucking loved Asterix and I preferred it, man.
We went there as
I
kids.
preferred it being French as well. I didn't have a clue what anyone was saying, what any of the signs said, but you just get that more authentic French feel to it.
Aye.
Like this is a proper French cartoon
Aye.
character, and you get Obelix cutting about a guy in an Obelix costume cutting about, and you got to walk into the wee village in Gaul and like cut about and have a wee look into like vital statistics, his house and all that.
Oh, right, okay.
You get a different name in France, can't mind it.
We went to Disneyland Paris with our school, me and Roy, and we all got tokens every day for your food. And we put all the tokens down in this 50s diner in the main drag. And then we put them all down, and we went, that's about fucking. And for some reason, the only place that would serve us alcohol was Planet Hollywood. It was up a big fucking set of stairs. It was like a big spaceship looking thing. Well, it's 16. And we went, that's about fucking €200 there. Or whatever it was at the time. I think it was euro. And we've just grabbed it, all the bits of paper, and ran out. And I remember that we heard woo woo woo, right? And it was a cunt on a bicycle with a helmet on, with a siren on it,
Yes.
with a wee Winnie the Pooh embroidered on his shirt with a police hat on it. They came after us, man. And we all just stopped and gave them and burst out laughing, man. Sorry, mate.
Aye. I don't want to cause you more indignity, but
Aye.
having a cycle with that
Could you
fucking
believe it? I'll never forget it as long as I live, man. Aye. But I liked Disneyland Paris and Aerosmith ride.
So was that guy an official Disneyland cop?
I hope
Like
so.
That was his Disneyland Polish uniform.
I hope that wasn't his wee flim flam, mate.
He's
Like,
like
he was just a
spitting-
random guy that just sat waiting for schoolmates to run out with it.
Aye.
They've clearly just bumped that.
Right.
Woo, woo, woo. Like, fuck, there you go, mate.
Or that he was just a legit cop, but he's put a bit of creative flair on his uniform, and the rest of the police force went like, "You need to go and work in Disneyland Paris, mate. We can have you."
It might be that. It might be that, man. Who knows? I'll never know. Also, when we went to Paris with the school, we were sitting watching the Euros or the World Cup.
What Euros?
2001 or 2 or whatever it would be.
2002 would have been a World Cup. Euros 2000.
It may have been 2000 actually, mate.
Yeah.
It may have been 2000.
Where was that again? That was Euros 2000. Euro 96 was England. Right,
Was
obviously.
it no France?
Euros 2000.
Was it not in France? Am I wrong?
France 98 though would have been the World
shit,
Cup,
nah,
so would have
wouldn't
been
be
the
then.
Euros
Nah.
straight after that.
Germany?
Maybe.
We should quite well wear a head here, mate.
I know,
We're at,
right?
man.
Would they have Google right in front of us, obviously, but...
See, this is the thing. Roy's not here.
I
Man.
know,
They've been like,
I know.
click, click, click.
I know.
We miss you, Roy, man.
Aye. I'm worried that if you press a button, the lights are going to go off or something.
I want to rule Ed it here, man. The 2000 Euros was held in... Where is it saying here?
Belgium and the Netherlands, obviously.
Aye. So there you go.
Those are the most forgettable European countries, maybe. Belgium.
I'd never have guessed that in a million fucking
Right.
years, mate.
Belgium.
It's a country I've never ever wanted to go to. No disrespect to Belgium,
Nah.
but there's nothing there that I want to go and see.
Only really know it for Tintin, who I've modelled my look after, obviously.
Fuck Tintin, man. Like, because... No, mate. Tintin and Asterix, right, were the ones for the posh ones.
Oh, come on, I love that Asterix,
No,
man.
mate. There you go, mate. Right, so fucking...
How was Asterix for posh wings, man?
Mate, and the sort of wings that have got...
Tintin I can understand, right?
Sort of wings that the mob buys them an abacus, mate.
I did have an abacus.
There you go,
aye,
mate.
aye.
I called that fucking perfect there,
How
mate.
you not going to have an abacus when you're away, man? You know?
I didn't have an abacus, mate.
I never even thought about it.
I think
man.
nobody for a scheme had a fucking abacus.
I'm talking about a Fisher Price abacus that had about 4
Aye.
fucking blocks
Watching
on it.
Tintin and all that.
It's basically Connect 4. Tell me you'd Connect 4 at least, man.
I'd Connect 4, mate.
Yeah, Connect
Jesus
4.
Christ. Of course I'd Connect 4.
Tintin I
you.
can understand, that was pretty wordy, but was Asterix a posh? Was that a posh thing?
I just grouped the two of them in together because I think there was
Really?
a lot of books that you used to get that were kind of crossovers, was there no? Am I making that up?
Suppose they'd always be in a similar bit in the library and all that, Tintin and Asterix.
There you go. That shite. The library. Know what I mean? Libraries, abacuses, fucking Tintin.
Libraries, abacuses. This fucking rang with...
I went in with my library card and that. Aye, did you, mate? Aye. I was out playing football. I was at fucking doing buckets, mate. You're in fucking the library.
Oh, I got her into... I never got her into the football really dedicated, but I got her into buckets.
I know I'm talking shit about the football and all, mate.
I know. Let's listen to you. I was playing football and fucking...
No, I did play sometimes.
digging ditches and fucking... do you know what I mean? Drinking gravel, drinking pints of gravel. 7-year-old. Chewing tobacco. Fucking spitting at big guys, then battering them. Do you know what I mean? Talk shite. You were fucking reading Tintin, mate, weren't you?
No. I read the Beano and I read Dandy.
I read the Beano and all.
Aye.
I got a cartoon printed in Beano. I'm still proud of that, man.
What? That's
Yeah.
dynamite, mate.
I did a big painting of Dennis the Menace in Nashville. And I had a wee photo. Took a photo. My mum took a photo of me pointing it like that on my wall.
What age were you when that happened?
Oh man, 6-year-old maybe.
No danger, really?
Yeah.
That's fucking mental. You wrote for you drew for the Viz and all, didn't you?
I've not drawn for the Viz yet, but thanks for reminding me about one of my goals that I want to tick off, because I've almost had stuff printed cartoon wise, and
I was sure you'd worked with them.
Nah, like I've had stuff printed, top tips, letters and all that.
Ah, right, okay.
But I've sent them a few cartoons, and a few of them have got closer to getting printed than others. I know that for the responses. If I get no response, then I'm like, right, shite. If I get some response, there's a couple of times Viz have got back to me and like, we love this, but we can't print it for legal reasons. Which is saying something for Viz. They'll go pretty
I'd frame that, mate.
hard on the nose, man. But I went too far for Viz with a couple of things. One strip called Gary Glitters on Twitter and stuff like that. Shit like that. You're like, yeah, I can understand. I can understand why. But I do have an idea. I've had this idea for a while, actually. I should have done it by now because it'd be kind of timely, I suppose. But there could be legal reasons with this idea as well. So I want to do a drawing of the idea first, just a single drawing, send them that with the sort of concept, going like, look, should I bother drawing a whole comic strip based on this idea? Because I don't want to do the whole thing, then send it to you, and then you go,
It's a lot of work.
Kind of print this for legal reasons. But it's based on, I want to do a cartoon character based on Tom Cruise, basically, is my idea. Tom Cruise as a
Scientology,
yeah.
and all
Well,
that.
that's the thing, man. You'd need to spell his name differently, maybe. And
Oh, you make it like a parody type.
do a parody. Do Tom Cruise as sort of an Ur Willie style character.
A wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Called
kinda.
wee Tam Cruise.
Aye. Spell Cruise differently.
Spell Cruise differently. Call him Tam. Call him Wee Tam. And he's got a Scottish accent. He's got a Scottish maw. But his whole gimmick is he keep. I shouldn't spoil it, man. But
No, don't say any more. Honestly, it sounds dynamite, though, man.
Yeah.
But talking about mental people for Hollywood before we finish up here, because we're at about an hour in. I want to talk about something that I watched yesterday, and I was dying for this to come out. It was on Netflix, the Charlie Sheen documentaries. Oh my god, mate,
So it's a series.
fucking.
It's just the winner.
It's 2, but they're about an hour and a half each,
Right.
and how that guy's alive.
Is it interviews with him? Is he involved?
Everybody like Sean Penn, his ex-wives, Denise Richards, and all that. Like
Right.
the other guy out of 2.5 Men. Can't remember his name.
John. Bastard. Man, he's in 16 Candles, isn't he?
Let's look it up.
John Cryer.
John Cryer,
Yeah,
that's the
well,
one.
yep.
I didn't know Sean Penn was like his childhood pal.
Oh, really?
Aye, because like his dad's obviously Martin Sheen.
Of course, pure Nepo babies.
So, aye, well, mate, this is the shit at the start. It goes like that. Aye, so, we didn't have a lot of money. back at the ranch.
Why did
Your
they
house is a
always-
fucking ranch, mate.
Why did they always need it? Fuck it.
You've got grounds, mate.
I'm a big fan of
Acres.
Josh Brolin, right? Josh
Aye.
Brolin, the actor. He's a good actor and he seems like a sound guy.
Aye.
But I watched him on the Joe Rogan podcast going on about how when he got No Country for Old Men, he's like, yeah, I was just about done, man. I was just about ready to starve.
I've seen that clip.
And you're like, hold on, your stepmom's Barbara Streisand,
Aye.
mate.
I'm sure you could have hit her up for a tap.
I think you'd have been...
Babs hen.
Yeah, your dad's James Brolin, you know
Oh,
what
for
I mean?
fuck's sake,
Star
man.
of Western,
Aye.
star of Maverick and all that.
Aye.
You wouldn't have been on the streets, man. Come
Maverick
on,
was
fuck.
great, man.
You're
Very
you're
underrated.
don't pretend you didn't read Tintin, mate.
Aye,
You know?
aye. He had an abacus, man. He had a fucking abacus and a library card.
That's how you learn to count. That's how you learn to count. See, if you're an abacus, we'd have no fucking tech problems today, man. That's your
true, man.
early forming
That's
mind.
true.
That's what it's
Mate, I spent about an hour before you came up and I tried to make sure all this was going to go off without a hitch, and it's been an absolute fucking shambles.
Just need a wee abacus in the house,
We've
man.
got the audio though, so we're jamming, mate, and there is at least one camera on at any given time, so we're alright, mate. But, so at the start it's kind of like the pure...
I'd forgotten the word abacus, man. That was funny.
Aye. Xylophone, there we go, something like that.
I never had a xylophone. Come here, fuck.
Right, thank fuck, man,
Actually,
because I think this would be the end of the podcast if you did, mate.
I might have had a glockenspiel.
That was a glockenspiel. Aye. Singing Frere Jacques and all that. So, and you know you did, that's why you're laughing, man.
no,
Aye.
no.
Dormez-vous. Aye.
You just made me think of the beginning of Team America, Wild Police.
Great movie.
That's a fucking great movie.
But
I think we need another one. We need those guys to comment. We need those guys to fucking fix the world again, man.
Aye.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Aye.
You know, there's been calls actually for folk have been saying South Park should get cancelled now. Because they did an episode a few weeks ago that was sort of taking the piss out of Charlie Kirk.
alright, I've
But
only
you're
seen
like-
the first episode of the new season.
Right,
where
it's,
it was like,
it's the second one.
right, okay.
But it's not even... They're gently teasing to
Aye.
the point where he actually did a video going like, yeah, I watched it and it was funny. Do you know
Aye,
what I mean?
they've no fucking instigated that, man.
Nah,
Jesus
folk
Christ.
are overreacting
Aye.
naturally, obviously.
Aye.
It's like, folk always do it, man.
Aye. But anyway, this Charlie Sheen thing, so it starts, it's all kind of feel good and the rise of him, and it's like, obviously Emilio Estevez becomes kind of famous first, which I didn't know either.
That's right.
And his dad told him not to take...
Breakfast Club. Because Breakfast Club would have been early 80s, so that would have been a 4 Charlie Sheen by then.
Aye.
Right.
So then it's after that, Charlie does. He is in the running to be the Karate Kid. He gets offered the role. Never knew this, right? But he'd already committed to his first movie, and his dad went, "You need to keep your word." So he had to pass up the Karate Kid to go and film Grizzly 2.
Wow.
I don't even know what that is.
No, I didn't know about Grizzly 1.
Aye, no, mate.
I'd be lost. I'd be lost. I don't know
Grizzly
about
2, right? Electric Boogaloo, man. And he's fucking... so it was George Clooney was in it and all, though. 22-year-old George Clooney. So
that. Right.
what a cast for a pure
Aye, man.
fucking bargain basement fucking VHS.
He was also the star of Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's right.
George Clooney.
That's right.
Did all the B movies,
Aye.
man.
So like, what happens is...
Earned his way.
Oh,
Done a
aye,
shift.
oh, aye.
Done a shift.
And then what happens is... Then after that, he gets back and he gets offered a small role in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, fucking, he's brilliant in that, man.
Aye.
Yeah.
But he stayed up late to look tired.
Aye.
Right? So at this point, he's clean cut, Charlie Sheen, no getting on it, just smokes a bit of weed. He's young, right? Maybe has a couple of beers. He's no mental, right? But after Ferris Bueller's Day Off, things start taking after him, right? And then I'm watching it the whole time going, when are we going to get to the fucking dank, man? Like, where's the fucking gristle? Like, I mean, I'm no fucking wanting to see the rise of Charlie Sheen.
Aye.
Like, get to the fucking point, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching this for this.
Yeah.
But it was a good documentary, right?
Yeah.
But it gets to the point that he goes, I was walking into a club. Because he starts getting a bit of fame. He gets offered on the talk shows and all that after Ferris Bueller. He's getting touted and all the Hollywood Reporter and all that. He's got to be the next big thing. Martin Sheen's your dad, Disney Hut, right? And then what happens is he's walking into a club and he hears the guy going, hey, do you like my watch? And who is it? He says, the guy turns round and then it's fucking Nicolas Cage, and then it cuts straight to Nick Cage coked to the gills doing a front flip on Wogan, right? And I'm like, right, this is it. And sure enough,
Aye.
this is where the fucking mayhem begins. This is 1989, mate. Right? So this is...
So it was Nicolas Cage that got him into all the...
Mate, he tells a story
bad
about a minute
business.
later, right? Where
He
he's
was,
like,
he was the Zamo
aye,
of
mate.
Charlie Sheen's
Mate,
life, man.
well, the anyways, it's fucking. It gets a bit mental later on, man. But this is like, see, this would be enough for a story for anybody else's documentary, and that'd be the end after like the first 20 minutes of the debauchery. No, this isn't even near the end of the first fucking episode, mate. Right? So Charlie, they're getting out their nut and all that, and then he says, "So we were flying to Japan to do an advert for something. Nick Cage was with me. He thinks it'd be funny because they're all drunk to." Get on the intercom and say, "This is your pilot speaking. I'm not feeling very, very well. I don't think I can control the plane."
Right.
So everybody biffs out. He says the plane door opens. The police are there, right? This might not have been the Japan, but they were flying somewhere, right? And because there's a lot of information to digest with this guy, fucking believe me. And the plane opens and he says, "Nick isn't that worried, but I've got a kilo of cocaine strapped to my leg." And he says, "But luckily they were fans, so they just let us go." Old Hollywood, mate. Old Hollywood, baby.
Old TSA.
Aye.
No giving a fuck.
But then it's like he gets sober for a year because they're like, you know what I mean? Like people get him in for an intervention, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Goes to a rehab. And then after a year sober, he goes to Nicolas Cage's castle. And to celebrate a year sober, he wakes up in the morning. It's exactly 1 year to the day. Opens the fridge and there's a can of Foster's. Why the fuck's Nick Cage drinking Foster's in a castle? Who knows? But Nick Cage isn't up yet, and he goes, "Fuck it," drinks a beer, and that's him back on it, right? And then obviously there's all different stuff, but the bit that I was going, fucking hell, it was about 94, 95 is when he starts getting into the brassies, mate. Into the prostitutes and that, right? So he's into the hookers and that, know what I mean?
Took him a while, to be fair.
Aye. Wait, no, because then he flashes back and says he lost his virginity when he was 15 at a hooker that he paid for with his dad's credit card. I know shops in 2025 that don't accept fucking credit cards, mate. And this cunt's fucking paying for hookers in the 80s with a credit card. Fuck's sake, man. Different world, truly, man. But then it cuts to Heidi Fleiss. Is that her name? The Hollywood madam?
Oh, right. I vaguely remember these stories, man.
Her opening gambit is, "I got $10 cum buckets. I got $10 cum buckets, $100K a night." Right? And you're like, fucking, don't mention words here. Fucking Heidi head. Know what I mean?
What?
That's what one of the first sentences she says, right? So it's like, alright,
I got... Say that again.
$10 cum buckets.
She's talking
$100K a night.
Is she referring to the woman
Yes.
that worked for her?
Oh, yes.
As cum buckets?
Cum buckets, mate.
Fucking...
Aye.
Imagine
This is
having
the
a
first
boss like that,
aye.
man.
This is the first thing she says.
No way, man.
Aye.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
She didn't endear herself to anybody.
$10 cum buckets.
Cum buckets, mate. Aye.
Some of the worst fucking street pimps in Detroit wouldn't refer to their hoes as cum buckets,
Aye.
man.
I
That's
was
grim.
I was taken aback, mate.
They
by
would
that
call
one.
them ladies at least, do you know what I mean?
Mate, I made a note of that one. Like, I put some notes down to things to say to you about this. The thing,
Cum-
that was one that caught me off guard. It's like cum buckets, man.
Cum buckets, man. Holy
These
fuck.
fucking $10 cum buckets, $100K a night, right? Fucking so, aye, $100K a night, Hollywood
Right.
elite. But where he fucks up is he's paying
How
cash.
can you describe her as a cum bucket and then go, by the way, that's $100,000?
Aye.
You're like, that's an expensive fucking bucket.
I don't think she qualifies as a cum bucket.
Aye.
I think she'll be a good looking lassie if some fucking big Hollywood cunt with a jaws like that here.
She'll be a jizz goblet, man. You know what I mean?
Aye, so fucking. Then what happens
A
is
spaff gourd.
he makes a mistake, right? A pine one time out cash, pays with a traveller's check, right? And then she gets raided, and that's when it all goes to tits. Then he has to start doing things to make money. He's doing like fucking mate. This is all before Spin City. We've not even go to Spin City yet.
That's like what?
He's behind the
late
fly,
90s.
strapping gear to his legs and all that, right? We're not even near Spin
He
City
replaced Michael J. Fox in Spin City.
because
late
Michael J.
90s.
Fox was starting to get Parkinson's.
Aye. So mid-90s Charlie Sheen.
By the way, that was me thinking there with my horns. I talk like my horns. That wasn't me mimicking Michael J. Fox's horns.
Yeah, I do order. Mid-90s Charlie Sheen, he would have been doing The Arrival, a sci-fi film called The Arrival.
Aye.
He's sporting a wee goatee like I'm all the day.
So at this point, he's doing any movie he can get. Hot
Aye,
Shots
that
and all
was pure
that.
B-movie.
For gear.
Aye.
To pay for his habit.
That's Hot Shots par deux.
Aye, mate.
Is an improvement. It's one of those ones that's better than the original.
There's a third one, or not? No?
No. Unless they made a straight to DVD fucking effort out of the
I might be wrong. I do remember
movie
Hot Shots
canon.
and Hot Shots Part 2.
Oh, it's fucking classic.
Definitely. Where he's got the
classic, man.
chicken and fires it into the guy's chest and the egg falls out his arse.
Aye, they do the Rambo parody, so he's putting his fists in the broken glass and there's a bunch of gummy bears and that.
Aye. Crack movie, man.
Aye, Saddam Hussein turns into half Chihuahua because he's reformed like Terminator 2.
But I mean, I'm not meaning that. I'm more meaning like there's other movies that he's doing that he would never have done previously because any movie can get him money
That's
and he's wanting
when
to
he
get
started to slide into the... In fact, that'll be around about the time he ended up in Glasgow in Easterhouse, right?
stuff. No, Easterhouse a wee bit later.
Is it? Is that 2000s?
Early 2000s.
2000s,
We're not even near there yet, mate. We're not even at Spin City yet, mate.
That's post.
You're talking about Easterhouse, mate.
You're right, aye.
We're fucking a decade away from
Sorry,
Easterhouse.
I don't know the Charlie Sheen timeline the best, man.
But I'm not got much more to say about it, like, but I'll get through it quickly, right? So he's then says how he was falling asleep for obviously staying up so long taking gear. He's on the set for this movie. He fucking tells the director, give me some ice, and then shoves a cube of ice up his arse to wake himself up. Would it no fucking melt?
Maybe that's what's wrong with my face, man. Maybe I need to start shoving ice up my arse, man.
Charlie's got the right
Sheen
idea.
knows more than me of this.
And then shoves a cube of ice up his arse. And then at that point he's thinking, what am I doing in my life here? You know what I mean? Fair enough. Just I thought about that a long time ago, but like, at this point he's like, what am I doing in my life? Then he gets all cleaned up, wants some structure in his life. He goes into rehab again. Does Spin City because instead of just a movie, it's like a regular like job. Like he's filming it all the time. Then it goes away. Then he gets 2.5 Men. Then he goes off the fucking deep end. It starts with him taking
because he became
prescribed.
the highest paid sitcom actor.
No yet. No at first. Aye. No at first though. At first he's doing all right. He's clean. Then he starts taking painkillers and different things like that, and that's how he slides back down. Then he goes off the rails.
Many a wrestler, man.
And and he has paid off. 2.5 Men have paid for multiple seasons that haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
And then he's got them out of a barrel because he's coming to renegotiate. But he's genuinely saying, I don't want to do this. I'm fucked. Right. So they keep going more and more and more and more. And he got 2 million, which I think still stands to this day. 2 million an episode. Mm-hmm. And he was fucking out his bin. And this is the start of winning Charlie Sheen.
Nuts, man.
Mate, and that's the end of the first episode. It goes, I thought my life was better, but it was only just beginning. And then it goes, oh, this big montage, and then it goes, winning, and it fucking echoes and cuts to black. And I was like, here we fucking go. And I'm not going to ruin any more of it, right? Okay. It's fucking grim, but that's kind of episode 1, mate.
That's crazy.
There's an hour and a half still to go in this, and I tell you what, it goes buck fucking wild, this cunt. How he's alive. Mate, I'll say one more thing. See Slash? He was going to rehab later on during the second episode, and he stops by Slash's house to get on it, and Slash says, I've never seen anyone in the shape you're in. Slash. For Guns N' Roses says that to me. I'm getting my affairs in order, mate. I'm writing a will, because there's no long left, man. The Grim Reaper's fucking creeping up behind you at that point.
You have to think, man, TV executives that were offering them that money, they're no dafties. They'll have recognised folk that have got drug problems and stuff. They'll have known that he's got a serious drug problem, and yet they're going like, what should we give the guy that's obviously got spiraling into a serious drug issue here? More money than anyone's ever had out of TV. Mate, that's what we should give him.
He was spending at one point, his best pal became the drug dealer.
Yeah.
A guy called Marco. And he was spending 15 to 20 grand a night.
Of course he's called Marco.
Aye.
Everyone knows some kind called Marco that can get you shit, man.
Aye. And he's spending 15 to 20 grand a night on a smorgasbord of drugs. And then still filming 2.5 Men. How? I would die for one night's worth of what he bought.
Aye.
He was doing that all the time. And to get him off drugs, they just go to the drug dealer pal, who's got a big fucking house in Hollywood Hills now, off the back of Charlie Sheen, right? He's got some of Charlie Sheen's awards sitting on his table and all that he's gave him clearly out his bin, right? Yeah, mate, you have that, right?
Aye.
Right?
For a wee bag, I'll give you that for a dime bag, man.
So the rehab people, or whoever was dealing with him, like his
I'll give you
counsellor...
my Emmy for a fucking...
Aye, something like that, mate, a primetime Emmy, I think it is. And he's like, the counsellor, or his whatever you call it, sponsor, says, some person goes, can you not just give him cut down drugs. So this guy tells this story like he's helping. So I had to cut it down to help him because he's my pal and all that. Do you know what I mean? He's my best friend, and it's like, Marco, mate, shut the fuck up. Like, so I made it a lot weaker, the drugs. So I was giving him the same amount. Oh, so we were selling him for 15.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Start
15 bags of
exploiting
sand.
the fuck out of
Aye,
him,
aye. But I was making it a lot weaker. So he was kind of weaning off that way. And then eventually decides to stop. But there's millions I've not said. It's fucking a dark story. He's not somebody to be emulated, put it that way. But like fucking, it's just one of the very last of that Hollywood fucking ilk that just went buck wild and could get away with getting on a plane with a fucking... I'd be scared to get in a plane with a weed vape. And this cunt's got a kilo. Aye, strapped to his fucking leg, know what I mean?
Did you mean elk there?
Aye.
You've done...
What'd I say?
Elk.
Alright, cool.
Like the deer thing.
Aye. I should be acting like a stag. I love men behaving badly.
You've brought it full circle, man.
Well, I think we should end it there then, unless you've got anything to say about Charlie Sheen.
Nah, I was just going to say enjoy doing what he done when you go to Ibiza next week.
Winning!
Yeah, maybe just half a kilo though, right? In a Jet 2 flight.
You can't take it earlier, mate. It's no safe to take drugs earlier, you know what I mean? You need to bring them back home. But
That's good advice. That's good advice.
No, I won't be doing that.
No, I don't want to.
Anyway, so fucking...
vodka Red Bull, man.
Aye.
Yeah.
So as you know, there'll be no episode...
€50.
Aye. There'll be... Fuck, is it, man? Is it pure ridiculous?
It's not that bad, but I do expect to... Don't, you know what I mean? Don't buy too many rounds. Maybe drink water. Maybe get to 2 drinks and then start drinking water and hope that the water's free. It might not be.
I'm not drinking fucking
Probably
water.
a bit of tenner for a bottle of water as well.
Aye.
So.
Aye. We'll see how it goes, man. So hopefully I see you in 2 weeks. We'll be back, no next week, the week after, when Roy is hopefully feeling a lot better. Get well soon, Roy. Lets you catch fucking the black lung or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Mark Dallas. This is Neil the Wee Man Bratch Piece. And we will see you in 2 weeks.